Tonight's Ask Anthony. Imagine losing a child, then fearing you may never see their ashes. Their baby photos are the memories you have left ever again. A St. Augustine mother says that's the nightmare she's living after hiring a moving company to bring her belongings here to Florida. She says a different company ended up with her priceless possessions and she can't get them back without paying more money. But after I got involved and started asking questions, the company made a decision that would change everything.
These aren't things you can buy at Target or Walmart. These things mean something to me.
In December, Andrea Wilson hired a company called America First Moving, based in Deerfield Beach, Florida, to pick up her belongings from a storage unit in Pennsylvania and move them to her new home in St. Augustine.
It was a binding contract, which means that's kind of the end deal.
According to the contract, the total moving estimate was $2,476.75. But on moving day, Wilson says she got a call, not from America First, but from a different company, Bristol Moving and Storage, based in New Jersey. Wilson was already in Florida when the mover showed up to pick up her things in Pennsylvania. Wilson says he told her on the phone he needed more money before he could load up the truck and deliver her things. This is a copy of the Bristol contract. It says Wilson paid a deposit of more than $1,500, but she still owed more than $2,700. Her signature appears on the contract, but Wilson says she never signed it.
I never signed a contract with Bristol.
You signed it with America First Moving.
Correct.
Wilson says she called America First, the company she originally hired. She says she was told the matter involved the carrier handling the delivery.
Well, I panicked. I didn't want my things to be thrown away or him to steal them, so I paid $750 over Cash App.
By this point, she had paid more than $2,200. According to Wilson, when it was time for her belongings to be delivered, Bristol said another payment was needed. This document from the moving company shows she owed an additional $2,000. She didn't pay it. When her items never arrived, Wilson did her own detective work and started calling storage facilities across multiple states. She finally located what she believes are her belongings at this storage facility in St. Augustine.
I asked her if I could just take a peek at my things, or I asked her, can you peek in there and describe one or two things because I can tell you what's in there. She couldn't do that. Her job, I understand that.
Those belongings aren't just furniture or boxes. Inside are irreplaceable memories of her late son who died about 3 years ago. His baby pictures, his ashes.
Yes. His ashes, the flowers that I dried from the memorial service, yeah, they're in there.
From Wilson's kitchen table, I started making calls. Hello, is this America First Moving? Is there a manager or someone I can speak to about an issue? I spoke with a manager at America First Moving who confirmed they used another carrier to move Wilson's belongings. The manager also told me Bristol is no longer in business. I was unsuccessful getting in touch with the company or the mover.
The service you're attempting to use has been restricted or is unavailable.
Wilson says that's made it even harder to resolve the dispute. According to the America First manager, Wilson was told her shipment exceeded the original estimate and agreed to the additional charges. Wilson disputes that.
Where are you getting these numbers? It makes no sense.
So why did the price increase? The Bristol contract includes more than $2,000 in moving charges, along with additional fees for fuel, packing, labor, and materials totaling more than $800. There's also a $75 charge for an extra stop, which Wilson says she requested to pick up additional personal items. The contract also shows a binding estimate fee of more than $1,300. The America First contract says the company acts as a broker, coordinating moves by assigning carrier movers. It also says the binding estimate is guaranteed unless the shipment increases because of additional items or services. America First says that's exactly what happened, and that's why the price went up. However, the company did not provide me with a detailed breakdown of the charges. But Wilson says there's another problem. The storage unit isn't in her name. She says it's in the name of the man who moved her belongings, not the company.
I'm afraid if I pay what he's demanding, this exorbitant amount that's outside of the contract, I'm not guaranteed my things, my belongings.
Wilson says she's not asking for a free delivery. She just wants to pay the amount she believes she actually owes, which is far less than what she's been asked to pay.
And that's all I want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just want your things.
I want to abide by the original contract. That's all I want.
Yeah. So after I started asking questions, Wilson received this email from America First Moving saying the company confirmed her belongings are still in storage and is willing to release them if she paid the remaining storage fees. That's less than $700. Well, last night I received this update from Wilson.
Hi, Anthony. As of this afternoon, I have my son's belongings back. Due to your hard work communicating, negotiating, came together with the storage unit facility and the mover, and the unit is finally solely in my name.
So I'm glad that this has been resolved tonight. Here's 3 things that you need to remember before you hire a mover. If you're planning a move, do your homework before you sign your contract. Find out whether you're hiring the moving company or a broker and get every estimate in writing. And also keep those precious family heirlooms, important documents, and other irreplaceable items with you. Those simple steps could save you a major headache later. So remember, if you have a problem that you just can't solve, you can always email me at askanthony@firstcoastnews.com.